I wanted to mention one thing that I do sometimes when I'm practicing things is to isolate fingering when you're working on the difficult stuff, or when you're just trying to work on the nuances of how you hold the horn and how you finger your horn. And one of the ways I do it is by not playing the horn. Get this thing out of your face. I can take the neck off, but the neck is kind of helpful because you still have this resistance of the octave key, and it allows you to isolate. So it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're practicing your scales, if you have a daily scale exercise, I would strongly recommend doing it. Doing it, at least once a week or a couple times a week without playing, and it really forces you to feel your fingers. So there's a couple things that I would recommend thinking about while you're doing this. One is making sure that when one finger comes, say if we're going from G to B, that both of these two fingers come up right at the same time, or B to G, they go down at the same time. Now there's something that's a really tough thing for beginning wind players, is to get their fingers to work in tandem. Very often you get this finger and then that finger coming up together. So instead of getting one note, two notes, you end up getting three notes. So there's one thing to be very wary of, is that all your fingers are. And on saxophone and any wind instrument, if you're a little bit more aggressive, you can get these notes to pop. You can pop them on purpose. I can show you a second of a scale exercise that I did for years.
Can't quite see your right hand.
Huh?
Can't quite see your right hand.
Anyways, you can see the point is I'm fingering my horn, and all I have to think about is my fingers. Just think that everything is consistent, everything is going up and going down at exactly the right time. Think of yourself like a clock. You're just a machine, and you want your fingers to be moving in perfect synchronization. Another thing to think about when you also don't have to worry about breath, don't have to worry about embouchure, about anything else, and that is your hand and finger positions. That you can really just look down at your fingers and see where they are. See that your hands are bent over the keys in just the right way. And with the saxophone, how the bend works is going to greatly change where your palm falls. Right, your left hand, you can adjust. If you can see this, all of these adjustments are changing where this pinky is too. So where is that pinky naturally going to lie? Because there's so much variation that will put your pinky in just the right place already, and also your palms. I like to have my hand bent so that I'm always touching these palm keys, right? And for that matter, I want to make sure that all of my fingers bend both palms. And when I hold my horn, it's hard to do this because I'm obviously in a different position, but even my right hand palm keys, these side keys, it's always there, always there. So, in other words, you want your fingers on the keys all the time. You want to at least try. And you want your palm on the palm keys all the time. You want your pinky on these keys all the time, and they're just going up and down. Yeah, and just the same as here. So, a trick that my teacher told me once to do that I tried a lot is to stick double-sided tape on your keys, on all your keys, on all your palm keys, on all of these keys, or actually these would be useless, as would these, because you have to adjust. But certainly these ones, so if you put double-sided tape on these things, when you lift your finger off the keys, you can tell. So there's a little shock of keeping you, so you're trying to keep that sound, to stop that sound of your fingers leaving the keys. So there's something to try. Stick your fingers to the keys and don't let them become unstuck, because they don't have to be. And the less distance your finger has to travel, faster you are. Right? If it's already there, then you don't. Then you're golden.